Today we are going to dive into what your pregnancy will be like. I like to tap into the energy of the aspects of any type of manifestation or topic that I am doing a reading on. So I always like to put a disclaimer in there for pregnancy readings, especially just to make sure that I am respectful and sensitive to this topic. I know that it is a sensitive subject, so use your own discretion when listening to these types of readings, or really any tarot reading that you are watching on YouTube. This is not medical advice by any means. I tap into the energy of the topic, and then I use the tarot cards and my intuition and my psychic abilities to bring you messages that hopefully bring you some confirmations of things that you are already feeling, or give you some insights into kind of where your energy is moving and heading so that you can readjust and make any changes that you would like to. I'm excited to dive in and see what can you really expect from your pregnancy. We're gonna just tap into kind of general atmosphere, people surrounding you, what you will experience, and all of that good stuff. So if you are as excited as I am, then stick around. Hello celestial beings, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. My name is Celeste Simone, and here on my channel I offer spiritual guidance to empower my celestial beings and heart-centered energy healing to help you align with your higher self. So if that sounds interesting to you, if that sounds like it aligns with your goals, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our family of celestial beings. I can't wait to find out what messages and energy the cards have for you for this topic. So without further ado, let's dive into these piles. Pile number 1 is the Kyanite ruby stone. Pile number 2 is a blue goldstone, and pile number 3 is a Chevron amethyst. Now's your opportunity to pause the video if you need to and take as much time as you need to find out which pile or piles you most resonate with. Once you have found your pile or piles, you can head on down into the description box below where I've posted the timestamps for each one of these readings. Please keep in mind, these are general readings. I always mention that because it is important to use your own intuitive guidance to take the messages that resonate with you and to leave the rest. Those are most likely for somebody else who also chose that pile, but I do believe everything happens for a reason, so be sure to watch your reading all the way through to the end so you receive all the messages that drew you to that pile. So there may be a message in there that you're needing to receive, and that's why you were originally drawn to that pile. So don't click away too soon or you may miss that. That is enough for this intro. I think I'm gonna stop talking and let you pick your piles, and then I will see you over at your reading. Hello celestial beings who chose pile number 1. I have a pile right here of tarot cards with the ruby kyanite stone on it. So I'm going to set your crystal aside so that we can dive into your tarot cards first. So let's see, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. I will be reading them facing you. We have the Nine of Cups, the Eight of Swords in reverse, the Three of Pentacles, and the Tower card. All of those are in reverse. Okay, there's a lot of energy turning around for you during your pregnancy. We're seeing things kind of settling down and almost like coming to a simmer. What I'm seeing is that really with this energy is how a lot of things that were previously weighing on you or even feeling kind of chaotic, it's almost like all of that gets just kind of like put to the side. It doesn't matter anymore. It's like the things that were blocking you, or the feelings of like things crumbling, not working out. Maybe it was even trying to get pregnant. Once that, it's almost like that settles down and you're just surrounded, overflowing with joy, happiness. This is really going to be a positive experience for you and something that's very healing and exciting. I feel as though it's kind of like when you are pregnant, you just feel like the luckiest person in the world. And also you start kind of putting pieces together. I think there's also a time to start to like rebuild certain things very slowly in your life as well. I'm seeing that there's still some lack of clarity. There's still some kind of confusion over certain things, but ultimately this is a happy occasion. you know, this is something that you are going to feel very lucky, especially with the Nine of Cups being right side up. This is the strongest card right here, coupled with the Tower card. The Tower does hold some weight in this reading, but with the Nine of Cups being right side up for this group, I do feel as though there's this like overwhelming feeling of just like being blessed. And I don't feel as though it's just because of the pregnancy. I don't feel as though it's only pregnancy that brings this joy in for you, although that is a major part of this. I also feel like there's other things that do come in to your life during this time that are giving you that feeling of being blessed. There's also some energy here of like, you may put certain decision-making things on hold, but it is gonna come back again. So if you were holding off, if you hold off on making decisions while you're pregnant, it's just kind of saying like, don't completely stop working on those things, or don't completely lose sight of those things, because they are going to come back and you will have to kind of deal with them. So if you are experiencing, let's just say if you are experiencing the Tower, which the Tower energy is all about, maybe even internal conflicts, like internal distress or healing that you're trying to work on with yourself, or that you're avoiding, know too that this can cause some mental confusion too during pregnancy. So it's almost saying like, heal what needs to be healed as much as you possibly can now, so that you don't kind of distract yourself from it with the joy and the happiness of pregnancy. I feel like, yeah, with Three of Pentacles, you may kind of distract yourself, and that's almost like an important thing not to do. Like, it may feel better to just not think about it. This could be like, for example, this could be like family conflict, or coping with something happening in your life at the time. Maybe it's, again, it could be relationships. We are going to pull some oracle cards as well. Let's pull 3 cards. Let's do first, second, and third trimester and get the energy of each one of those. And then we'll also pull some cards on the Tower. Let me start with pulling a couple clarifying cards of what area of your life, you know, what could the Tower be happening in? Commitment. So it could be having to do with relationships. I kind of mentioned having a feeling like it could have to do with like internal conflict in relationships. So, you know, the Queen of Swords, she's in reverse, and her energy represents clarity of mind, specifically direction and focus. So because she's in reverse, it's telling me, you know, if you're trying to distract or not focus on something, it is going to be important, you know, the message here while you are pregnant, it is going to be important to heal those things. We have healing beauty, healing your sense of self-worth as well. This is being committed also to your own self-care. You know, it's saying don't, you know, you may have wanted this pregnancy for so long that, you then almost overexert yourself and put everything into that, and that can be very straining or draining on you. All right, we're also seeing forgiveness. So this, again, I'm getting the sense this could be dealing with emotional baggage with somebody, with a person, but it may just be inner healing. It may be working on yourself, seeing yourself in a new light, bringing that, you know, bringing that self-awareness back, and healing that. Especially during pregnancy, you may find that these types of things come up for you. So it could be things that you haven't dealt with before. This is the message that wants to come through. It doesn't mean that this is going to be your entire pregnancy. It doesn't mean that like it's nonstop, you know, healing and dealing with this, but it could be that maybe for whatever reason, I don't know, hormonal reasons, that emotions come up, that we are tested during, you know, pregnancy is a very difficult time on your body. You know, there's a lot of stress in your body and exhaustion. So you start to see, when you have to really rely on other people, you start to see maybe their true colors or something like that. So it could be that, it could be something you already know could be an issue while you're pregnant, and you're thinking about that and not really, you know, preparing for that. So it's almost kind of just giving you like a heads up to say, hey, make sure your ducks are in a row with this. Make sure that you are in a good place. Or this could be a little harder. You know, there's a lot of forgiveness. So with forgiveness, I do see a lot of healing and letting go, releasing, for your own sake. You know, a lot of times there's some things that are unforgivable, you know, like being able to let something go that somebody did. Some things are unforgivable. Some things we let go and release in order to heal ourselves so that we're not carrying that burden, but we haven't necessarily like let the person off the hook for it. So whatever that means for you, I think that's going to be important to reflect upon. And if you are pregnant right now, maybe you are currently kind of working through this type of energy, it is ultimately going to be to your benefit. It's going to be very healing and positive. And also, you know, the cards don't mention something unless it is really like your top priority at a spiritual level. So clearly, like, this is just some energy that needs to be worked through for your higher good, for the higher good of the people around you, and of course for your future baby. Okay, let's pull some cards. I feel like I want to pull three cards at least. We can always clarify them, but I want to pull one card for first trimester, second trimester, and third trimester. Because like I said, okay, first trimester, we have Knight of Swords, spontaneity. Yeah, because we have a lot of energy that we cycle in and out of. This is kind of an overarching theme. We also have Knight of Cups. Interesting, 2 knights. All right, and let's pull one more for the third one. So we're getting kind of air energy again, a strong air energy. We have Cups energy. Let's see. Cups energy, water energy. Okay, then let's see what's the third. What is our third trimester for group 1 looking like? Okay, I feel like 2 of these cards when I come out. Interesting, we have Page of Cups. We have Ace of Swords. We were taught Ace of Swords. I am so tongue-tied already for this reading. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to like edit myself messing up words on a lot. Okay. We have playfulness with Page of Cups, which is kind of saying like the energy of what's being worked on in the second trimester is kind of pushing through. And I like to go for deeper meanings for these readings because nothing, you know, things being set in stone as far as like exactly what's gonna happen, it's not as helpful in a general reading, I feel like. So anyway, if you like my energy, if you are enjoying the style of my readings, please do hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Okay. All right, let me know in the comments, you know, if this is helpful too. I would love to have a chat with you guys. All right, we have Ace of Swords with clarity. So we are seeing that there's a resolution to this, and that this is something that even like during your pregnancy, if you are dealing with it, the cards want to reassure you like, hey, yes, but clarity, like, yes, but you're gaining clarity from this emotional deep dive that you're doing during your pregnancy. And also clarity on who you can trust. I feel like clarity of speaking on this as well. The air energy is very much on connected to communication, and so and clarity of speech, right? Clarity of knowing yourself, knowing the situation, knowing those around you for who they really are. And that's not necessarily like bad, but it could even just be clarity on yourself of things that you are really recognizing, right? So I also sense there's like this message of like, be honest with yourself too. It's so important to be honest with yourself. We see it in the card for beauty. She's looking at her reflection and what's being mirrored back to her. And it's all about seeing your reflection, not from a distorted perspective, but from the truth. And I'm hearing truths coming out during your pregnancy as well. So again, there's a lot of really positive things. I think the cards are focusing on this as a area of progression and growth during pregnancy. So one thing I don't see is much physical challenges or anything like that. You know, I don't see any like financial challenges or anything. This is more very much focused on inner reflection and that deep dive, because the Knight of Cups is a dreamer. So this group may feel very connected to their emotions or have strong emotions during your pregnancy, but may feel like you are being forced to kind of face them. Knight of Swords has spontaneity as kind of the key theme for this card, but there's a lot more to the Knight of Swords. Swords energy again coming up a lot here for this group with the air sign. Knight of Swords, I do feel as though there's going to be open communication between you and those around you. I feel like there's going to be truth coming out. The Knight of Swords does speak the truth, but he can be a bit, maybe even a bit too direct at times. So there's kind of like a flow or a, you know, a thin line, I guess, for the Knight of Swords between being too direct or being too outspoken or speaking without thinking, kind of a thing. For him in particular, I feel like this is kind of the beginning in your first trimester of putting your ducks in a row, or with the Tower in reverse, kind of facing those inner things, inner demons, you know, that we hide away or that we feel restricted by. The Eight of Swords is all about restriction and mental conflict, but it's what we create, right? It's something that we create within ourselves versus necessarily like the reality of the situation. So you're finding that way out. You're finding this clarity that maybe you feel very stuck on right now. Maybe you really feel unsure and directionless, or wanting to resolve that feeling. Pregnancy, or during your time of being pregnant, you're actually uncovering certain things. For whatever reason, it's just aligning with that time in your life. So let's keep going. I'm gonna pull another 3 cards. I think that's kind of helpful, doing it by trimester. So let's see. Whoa. Okay, we have Journey. So it says, focus on how far you have come, not how far you have to go. You will find help in unexpected places. So this is interesting. It's kind of saying like, take it one step at a time. I mentioned with the Knight of Swords, like they can sometimes rush into things or say things out of turn because they're just so eager, right? Like spontaneity, it's kind of a playful energy. This card is really giving the advice to say, you know, this is going to take time. Just take it one step at a time. Don't get ahead of yourself, because you may be seeing problems, or you may be seeing obstacles. That's the word I'm trying to think of. You may be seeing obstacles in your way, but it says don't focus on, how far you have to go. Focus on how far you have come. So getting pregnant may release for you a whole other slew of, reasons to worry, or reasons to be apprehensive about what has to get done or what to focus on. And that could be causing that confusion that we were talking about before. So the important message here, starting out on this journey, is to really take it one step at a time and not get ahead of yourself. All right, I'm just gonna pull from here because these literally just fell out 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have partnership. Learn to grow with others, overcome obstacles by working together, touch each other's hearts while life lasts. So again, you may have to forgive certain things. You have to work together. Relationships are growing. So some people, again, there could be some conflict. There could be some deepening of connections because of conflict as well. So it doesn't mean that these people are falling away. It could just mean things arise that strengthen our partnerships. Oh my gosh, I feel like we addressed all of these things. So that was second trimester. Third trimester is healing, the theme of healing. Oh my gosh, we touched on this too. Bless all in need of healing, hope, and love. Spirit grant us strength and wisdom. Guide us to the path of wellness. Awesome. Okay. So yes, this is a time of healing to then gain clarity within yourself and within your relationships and connections. Let's get some final advice from the Moonology deck for all 3 trimesters again, so we can kind of see the progression of how your pregnancy is going. Okay. So let us see. Again, okay, we have 2. Oh, interesting. We have faith in your dreams, dreamer. with waxing crescent moon. And then we have a time for healing with balsamic moon. So again, themes of healing, also having faith in your dreams. I don't know if this group in particular is trying to get pregnant and, oh wow, okay, here we go. 2 more. So we're gonna just kind of, we're getting like 2 at a time here. So we're just gonna kind of look at this as a flow throughout all 4 of these cards and throughout all 3 of your trimesters. Okay, we have communication is key with Gemini, Gemini is of course the air sign. We have a lot of air energy here. Talks about communication and air and the connection between the two. New moon, so this is like a fresh start. This is like a new look at how things are being communicated between you and your partnerships. And then lastly, we have look at the bigger picture, full moon and Sagittarius. So if one of the conclusions is going to be seeing things and gaining clarity from a bigger picture perspective, you know, seeing things in a new light and being able to let certain things go, forgive certain things because you're like, it doesn't matter anymore. This is what's important to me. You know, this pregnancy is more important to me than that. Or, you know, you're prioritizing, you're seeing things from new perspectives. So I will say there are a lot of positive dreams. It's kind of saying too, with have faith in your dreams, I'm kind of hearing being a dreamer, not losing hope in what can be, and not losing hope in your manifestations as well. I think it is important during pregnancy to give yourself that time to dream, to meditate, to to kind of go within. I feel like the dreamer in us is the childlike soul. It's the childlike energy where we go within and we allow ourselves to just be with ourselves and appreciate the little things in life more. I feel like I'm getting that like childlike energy of like appreciating those little things and rediscovering them in a new way and gaining a bigger picture, a bigger perspective, a deeper understanding of yourself and your partnerships, your relationships, etc. Oh my goodness, group 1, thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I finally got my voice, so I was able to talk a little bit more clearly. So I hope the messages came through for you. If you did enjoy this reading, please be sure to check out one of my other pregnancy readings. I will link to the playlist down below and another pregnancy pick a card up above. Stay tuned, I will be doing a pick a card for December to let you know if you will be getting pregnant before the holidays and also, or by the holidays, and also any other pregnancy messages that do come through for those monthly readings. I go into depth with those as well. So I do hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss future videos, and comment down below if you haven't done so already. Let me know if you did resonate with this reading. I would love that. I would appreciate that so much, and I will get to all of your comments one way or another. I've been a little busier lately, but I'm still trucking along. I'm gonna get through them. That's gonna do it for this reading though. I hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now. Hello, celestial beings who chose pile number 2. I have your pile right here with the blue Goldstone. So sparkly and pretty. So I'm gonna set your crystal right down here so that we can dive on into your tarot cards first. So let's see, we have 10 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, and these are in reverse. So just so you know, I am reading them facing you guys. All right, we have the Lovers in reverse, and we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so yeah, I am seeing, interestingly enough, I am seeing some difficulty in your relationship, maybe during the pregnancy. This would be something that you're already feeling. If, you know, this is a general reading, so remember that if it doesn't really resonate with you, then it's probably not going to apply. Maybe you're already pregnant and this resonates and you kind of know what's this about, but I feel like you may, and we'll tap into why and how to work with this energy as always. So keep in mind that it's almost like you guys are butting heads during this pregnancy. Again, this would be something where you already are having this kind of like dynamic. I feel like with the Seven of Wands, now this card is usually the card where you're overcoming something, you're getting past it, you're not letting it bother you, but it may be harder to do that during pregnancy. What's interesting is that the Ten of Pentacles is still here, which is telling me that you're able to overcome this, or that you're able, you know, having a family and creating a family is so important to you and important to, I mean, this card, the Ten of Pentacles, is very much related to family and building a family. As you can see, there's, you know, representation of children and family life. We also have kind of creating that and manifesting that into the physical realm with the Ten of Pentacles. So this group is, you know, the pregnancy here, you may end up with multiple children. You may have many children in your lifetime as well. This could be a past relationship that comes up again. This could be some kind of romantic individual, you know, partnership is facing a challenge while you're pregnant. And this could be your personal relationship. It is showing with the Four of Wands, almost like a difficulty in remaining stable. So there's some challenges here for this group, but let's keep going because there's always more, there's more nuance to this, and we do pull some oracle cards to see kind of how this relates to the group and what this theme is really about. So even if you're in a strong, committed relationship, let's just kind of see what the energy is trying to tell us. This could be that the additional expense, or maybe you already have many children, and because this could be maybe you're getting pregnant accidentally, and now this pregnancy is very difficult because you guys are trying to remain financially secure, okay, during that time as well. Okay, so yeah, let's continue. We're gonna pull some cards about this in particular, the message here in particular. Then we're going to go into each trimester and just see what you can expect during each time, because I always say in each reading, you know, if we're reading over the course of like 9 months or more, then, you know, a lot can happen. But usually the cards will choose one particular message that is very important to the group at a spiritual level. Okay, so we have confidence. So what I'm sensing is that there's challenge, and I feel like during pregnancy it may be physically difficult with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. It may just be physically difficult to overcome it, or you may be losing that sense of confidence because of that. Oh, interesting, we have dreams. So there's this sense of the card saying don't lose sight of your goal and your plan, because it will happen. It's almost giving, it's like confirmation confidence in that doubt that maybe is putting a strain on the relationship itself. Okay, so the cards are kind of confirming, like, have confidence. Let's see, what's the next one? Empowerment. Yeah, so this is all saying to me that in the face of adversity, you may have a harder time during your pregnancy as far as like overcoming this, but you will, like, you have the power to do this, to conquer this, to overcome it. Focus in, oh, you also, I'm also hearing with the pregnancy thing too, is you will have some type of, you know, weird dreams, prophetic dreams. That's pretty common with pregnancy, but this is coming out especially, so they may actually be significantly, you know, prophetic. So like telling you the future or connecting you with your child. You may actually even have dreams right now of your spirit baby. So they're not just ordinary dreams, they're significant. So keep an eye on that, because they may be bringing you an important message. Let's see what is this Lovers in reverse. That's a pretty significant card here. So let's see what does that have to do with? Peace. Okay, so there's a resolution coming to this. There's a resolution coming to this difficult conflict between you and this partner. And I feel like this is happening during pregnancy in particular, where you're gaining peace of mind. So this could be the resolution of getting pregnant that then brings peace of mind. Let's go into each trimester, as I mentioned, and we'll pull a card for each one to get the general themes, the general energy of each one. Okay, we have King of Cups. understanding. So it seems as though your partner is going to be understanding during, you know, we have the first semester, I keep going to say semester, I'm sorry. The first trimester, there's this new understanding, a lot of love and healing energy coming through from the King of Cups. So again, this may not be, I'm getting to like this isn't necessarily between that you and your lover are, we have the Lovers in reverse. So it's not necessarily you and your lover having a conflict with each other. It could be you guys facing this conflict together or facing these obstacles together and feeling like maybe you cannot overcome them, or, you know, but you're able to come together and overcome these things. And we have that within the first trimester. Here we have the King of Cups. This is a very healing, masculine energy. Healing masculine energy and loving. So we have the second trimester, we have betrayal. So Seven of Swords doesn't always necessarily mean betrayal. But for some of you, maybe that's the case. Maybe you're not sure if you can trust your partner or not. You know, I'm not gonna judge or say for sure that this is like a connection that is someone who's going to betray you, but you may face some kind of obstacle in your second trimester that the cards want you to see coming, I guess. They want to give forewarning. And I want to make sure that I get some clarity on this too, because I wasn't really expecting King of Swords. Okay. Yeah, it does seem that for some of you, and I feel this is something that you would maybe even already know, but for some of you, maybe you're already facing this, right? Facing betrayal in your second trimester from this person, or suspecting betrayal from this person. And it can come in many forms too. Seven of Swords is sometimes when somebody will kind of like run away from a situation and not help you out. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna permanently leave you or anything like that, but it may be that they're not as supportive or like by your side as much. All right, I'm so sorry. Like, if you're going through this already, I'm like, my heart goes out to you. I'm sending healing energy right now. Yeah, I'm just sending healing heart energy. So if you want to accept this, definitely, you know, comment down below 2 hearts. You don't have to, but you can comment 2 green hearts for the heart chakra down below. Let me know you would like to accept this healing energy. But I'm sending some healing energy just for clarity. And ultimately, whoever this is, you know, this doesn't necessarily have to be a partner. Maybe it is a father figure for you, somebody not supporting you in your pregnancy. Whoever this is can be very like either traumatic or painful. And I'm sending this healing energy for protection as well. But what the cards are really saying, because sometimes we have to receive these messages in order to know that the universe is saying you're empowered. Have confidence in yourself, because you will find peace. Despite this person letting you down, you will find peace. And sometimes that alone is really what the cards want you to know, right? They don't want to necessarily like give you a bad message or something like that. Or, you know, like have bad intentions or anything. Yeah, so the final trimester, the third trimester, we have happy occasions. 4 of Wands is right side up here. It's coming up again for you guys. Happy occasions, 7 of Pentacles, pregnancy, have faith, trust in the process. You know, and then also Knight of Pentacles, patience, getting through things one step at a time. So I do feel like there's both somebody very loving in your life who is compassionate and helping you out. There could be, maybe this person changes in the second trimester for whatever reason, or does something that is very hurtful to you. It's a possibility. We'll definitely pull more cards on each trimester as well to get you some more messages. But know that the final outcome here I mean, and I just pulled these cards, I'm not faking this, but the final outcome here is to trust in the process and have faith, because the outcome is very positive. I do feel like this could be a male child. We have a Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. I think this could be an earth sign or male energy for the child, for your baby, which is super exciting. So I would say happy occasions, everything I feel like the pregnancy is you're very healthy. I feel like you're physically doing very well, financially supported. It is what I'm gathering from this. So I do feel like things are working out and you're able to celebrate and enjoy and find peace as well. All right, let's do 3 more cards for my group 2s. I mean, some of us too, I know for me, like, you know, sometimes we just have certain people in our lives who we even are just toxic and we, you know, we almost expect them to betray us, but it doesn't make it any easier for sure. All right, first trimester, we have kindness, live with compassion, open your heart to all life forms, be an angel with hands. This is a very healing group. Kindness, I almost sense, especially with the King of Cups, I feel like kindness is being gifted to you in the first trimester. A lot of compassion and you know, positive treatment there from others, especially somebody in particular. This could be your husband, your partner, your significant other coming through for you with some compassion and patience. Let's see what this second trimester is like, because we definitely have something going on here. So what do they need? What does group 2 need to know about this? Destiny. Acknowledge your mission, align with your purpose. You have gifts to share with the world. There's some kind of karmic or soul purpose scenario happening in your second trimester, and it's going to be for your highest good. It is part of your destiny. It is part of your path. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that like you are destined to be betrayed or anything like that. I just think that this energy has the energy of something kind of monumental in your life, like a crossroads kind of an energy where you're making a big life decision or somebody's maybe revealing their true self to you. But, you know, despite that, it is going to be aligned with your mission ultimately. We have dignity. It says take pride in yourself and all that you have become. Feel honored by your choices, achievements, and actions. Dignity. Wow, that is like it's like a very powerful energy for your final trimester, especially with like celebration, you know, happy occasions. 4 of Wands is a celebration. 7 of Pentacles, there's growth in 7 of Pentacles. There's positive outcomes. There's results finally. And again, of course, the result of giving birth to your child, to a happy, healthy baby. That is also a really positive thing. So still sending energy for you guys for that second trimester. See kind of how that works out. Again, it may be a blip on your radar, you guys, but the cards want you to know, you know, trusting in yourself. You'll get through it. Have faith. You know, come back to this reading. Let me know that if this was helpful and kind of what worked out there, because I do feel like, I mean, destiny, that's heavy. That's heavy to me. That you are kind of creating balance. Like, that's what I feel like. It's like creating balance, realigning yourself with your soul's path. And usually that comes with some maybe conflict, maybe inner conflict or turmoil. With the 7 of Swords, maybe cutting somebody out of your life. That could be a possibility with the 7 of Swords, escaping, getting away, cutting somebody out who is just no longer serving you anymore. You know? Okay, let's finish up with the Moonology deck. We'll do another card for each trimester. Let's get some advice. All right, we have the energy is gaining momentum in the first trimester. So there's a lot of really positivity. You're excited. You've got energy. You know, you may start to lose energy towards the end, of course. This is pregnancy, so it takes a lot out of you. So yeah, gaining momentum. Let's see what it's gaining. A win-win outcome is forecast. This is the balance I was talking about for the second trimester, the balance for you of a win-win outcome, okay? There's no way you can fail, all right? This energy is in your favor. This is your destiny. So like I said, it's a blip. It's a blip. You're coming out the winner. You're coming out on the other side of this, the better person, like for sure. That's because you have this empathic heart, okay? With compassion, with angel hands, those healing hands that understand you, okay? All right, let's see one more card for your third trimester. And also Libra, balancing the scales of balance, fairness, have faith. Just be patient and have faith with this because there's no way you can lose. All right. We have, don't let your past hold you back. So some of you are, you know, letting go of somebody from your past, cutting ties with somebody from your past, but also look how these match up with the green and the green here. It's drawing me back to the message of dignity, which is that take pride in yourself and everything that you have become and feel honored by your choices, achievements, and actions. Don't let your past, take pride in what you've done. Don't let your past hold you back. Don't let any regrets hold you back or make you second guess yourself because you have dignity. Take pride in yourself, okay? I feel like that is the final message here. And we have with the South Node, of course, is our past lives, our past karma. This is destiny for you to move past this, to regain balance. This is a big spiritual journey. I feel like, I mean, in what religion or culture is pregnancy not an amazing and powerful and spiritual journey, right? Like you're growing a person inside of your body. So I feel like these messages, you know, we dive deep on this channel. So I always take a lot of energy, symbolism, and, you know, inner work and things like that into account when I do these readings. So I do hope you found this helpful. Please don't forget, if you do want to watch another reading, go ahead and check out my complete pregnancy playlist that I'm constantly adding to, and I will link above to another pick a card reading. Don't miss out on my December reading where I go into pregnancy messages for next month and whether or not you will be pregnant by the holidays. Is pregnancy in store for you? What messages do the cards have for you if you are already pregnant? That will be coming up very soon. I'm excited to post that as well. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you haven't done so already, and comment down below. Let me know if you did enjoy this reading. I would love to have a chat with you in the comments below. That's gonna do it for this one though. I hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now. Hello, celestial beings who chose pile number 3. I have her pile right here with the Chevron Amethyst on it. So I'm going to set your crystal aside just right here. Keep the energy flowing so that we can dive into your tarot cards. So let's start with the tarot cards first. I will be reading these facing you. So this is the Five of Wands in reverse. We have the Knight of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Four of Swords. Okay. I feel like this is an ambitious group. This might even be a high energy group. Lots of moving parts. I feel like for you, maybe you're not sure like where to put all your energy. I do get the sense though that pregnancy can be very tiring for this group. I feel like there's going to be, you're almost going to have to really dial down the energy. So whether or not you have high energy now during pregnancy, I do feel as though it's going to be a little harder than maybe even than you expected. This may just be like a heads up, like, hey, you're going to be really tired. You may not have as much time or like energy to do all the things that you want to do. So it's going to be important to come up with like a support system of people who can help you do that, or get aligned with like asking for help, which could be maybe is difficult to do for this group. I'm just getting the sense from like this kind of overall look at your cards. With the Five of Wands energy, you may find you're kind of withdrawing from the conflict where maybe you usually, or not even just conflict, but just like the energy, like the competitiveness that you maybe have, or like you're just gonna want to withdraw a bit. And this just may be a forewarning just because it may just be more than you're expecting. So it's good to just kind of get that support system in line before pregnancy. Yeah, and know that getting used to giving your body a break is going to be really important for you. I think it may be hard for you to slow down. I think you maybe just kind of have a tendency to want to have fun and like go out and push yourself, and that's great. I think that's like really fun. Like I just get this kind of fun atmosphere from this group. But yeah, during pregnancy, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, what? I can't do it anymore. I can't, you know, tackle all these things, these projects, or all these plans that I have. So just keep that in mind. I'm not saying that, you know, you have to like stop everything or anything like that, but just keep that in mind that, you know, it may be a little more difficult. And just, yeah, and just kind of like giving a reasonable expectation to that. What else do we have? What else do we have? I think that's all the messages I'm getting right now. So let's let's dive into, I kind of like to break up into trimesters, but let's first pull some overall energy from the oracle cards. If I missed anything from the initial tarot cards, any messages that I missed, there's some themes for my group threes. The messages that I missed for group 3. I do feel again as though these are just minor. Like I don't feel like this is going to be anything crazy out of control. But I feel like this is just minor for this group. All right. Okay, financial health. So I think that there's maybe a I just cut the deck and there's prosperity. So in case there was any question about prosperity or financial health, I feel like that is going to not be a factor for this group. There's money coming in, or there will be some money coming in, even if, okay, this card really has been wanting to come out for this group. Transformation. All right, so you may find a lot of things change in your life. I mean, that almost goes without saying, but for this group in particular, you are really changing as a person. You may undergo a transformation maybe as far as your priorities, your job. It's going to be a big change for this group as far as having to maybe slow down or having to stop doing as much of as you've been doing. I almost get like that can be a letdown for this group. You know, if you're very outgoing and have like a lot of, you know, always out with friends or something like that, or really career focused, it can be very transformative. I definitely believe you can do both. You're empowered to do whatever you feel like you want to, but I think it may just be a little overwhelming at first, or during pregnancy, you may just find like certain things that have to be put on pause. You may even just find like your priorities change. I don't know. There's a lot of that like kind of like unexpected transformation happening for you, or things you didn't. Yeah, this group is really talented at your job, at your work life. I feel like there's like competitiveness here too, that you always kind of being organized, getting things done and things like that. I do feel like you make a lot of money doing what you do. Many of you, this talent can make you a lot of money. Yeah, so I feel like during pregnancy, maybe you're rediscovering your talent in other areas. So it's almost like you may replace one hobby or focus and find a way to transform it into something different that more suits your lifestyle, or starting the family and you know, having all those other obligations and responsibilities and things like that. You make it work. Like you are just always almost, yeah, you're like a butterfly. Like you just metamorphose into what is needed at the time, and you really just have a talent for that. You have a talent for manifesting money, especially during pregnancies. So I don't know if this changes, but like during your pregnancy, you're like a money magnet, and you just have a talent for like changing and growing and going through these changes in your life and adapting. It's a very adaptive group. Interesting. Okay, great. All right, so yeah, let's keep going. I am going to pull some cards. We're going to kind of focus in on each trimester just to kind of like break up the energy a little bit more, because it is a long time. It's like 9 months, right? So, so it's like a long time. So rather than just kind of going with just the one main message, I do like to kind of break up kind of the energy between the 3. We have the Hierophant. We also have a 5 coming through. So this reminds me of the 5 of Wands. So I'm going to let it come through. It kind of flipped over with the Hierophant, but so I do feel like you may be in the middle of some kind of studying or certification or degree of some kind when you get pregnant. So your first trimester, you may be getting some schooling, something like that, in a learning phase with the Hierophant. Okay, why are these are flying out so many at a time? Okay, that's a fire energy. Yeah, okay. 5s, there's a lot of 5s. So there's a huge level of happiness. And look at these major arcana too. Okay. So your second trimester, you're kind of balancing between emotional withdrawal, which I mentioned, that feeling of withdrawing, versus happiness. I feel like who you are is a very happy, positive, optimistic person. But like I said, with these kind of 5 of Swords, emotional withdrawal, these are kind of like inner conflicts that rather like that it's important to give yourself this self-care so that they don't escalate. In other words, like you may start to feel emotional withdrawal or feel like you are mentally kind of drained with the 5 of Swords, and it's important to reach out. I remember at the beginning of the reading, I think I mentioned like getting a support system together now or whenever you plan to get pregnant, but like just beforehand, like having a support system in place so that when things get a little overwhelming during pregnancy, you have that support system. But of course, tons of happiness. I mean, the sun is just overflowing with happiness. So okay, 8 of Swords and 10 of Wands with responsibilities, and 8 of Swords with restriction. There's, yeah, so this is 3rd trimester. So remember, don't let, okay, I think the message here, or like the suggestion coming from the cards of why they're even bringing this up, is so that you don't end up with like a ton of responsibilities. I think for many of you want to just keep saying yes to certain things, or maybe you just have a ton of responsibilities already. By the 3rd trimester, I do feel like you're going to be very tired. And the 8 of Swords is like literal restriction in this case, where you're just like, I just don't know how I'm going to get all this done. So I think it's kind of saying like, don't underestimate how physically tiring this can be, even though it just feels like this group's really active and like really good at like getting a bunch of stuff done, right? Like, but the 10 of Wands is the 2 of, I mean, these two go hand in hand with the 2 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands, not really being able to, you know, juggle all these things versus having them weigh heavily on you and kind of piling up, with the 8 of Swords being like, I just don't know how I'm gonna get all this done. Like, I'm really happy I'm pregnant. I'm really happy, like, I'm doing all this, but maybe school work is a lot, and maybe that is too much, or you've taken it on top of other things. Maybe you're getting your master's degree online and also have a job, and you know, also like doing personal hobbies and hanging out with friends, and all that's awesome. And it's not that I don't think you can still do what you want to do. I think the cards just want to give you like a reality check a little bit or something like that. I don't know, you know, like just like a forewarning to be prepared, and not let it kind of snowball because you're going to be too tired. You know, like, don't put too much stress on yourself or strain, and don't feel like it's a failure. Like, don't feel like you're a failure if you can't do all the things, because there's only so many hours in a day. There's only so much energy. And, you know, sometimes we just got to take a step back and rest or reflect and reach out for help, I think. And that's just kind of like a friendly reminder for my group 3s. Okay, whoop. This one came out, so let's go with it for your first trimester. Faith, believe you are not alone. Wow. Oh my gosh, you guys. It says spirit is right beside you. Ask for guidance and it will come. Ask for help. Ask for help, you guys. It could be just putting it out there into the universe, asking for help, asking for guidance, okay? Your spirit guides are coming through in this reading and they're saying, hey, ask for help, ask for help. Wow. Metamorphosis. Oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. Okay, sorry, I freak out at reading sometimes. But I literally said metamorphosis. Okay. Trust the process and be patient. Becoming cannot be rushed. Change is beautiful. Change is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, yes. So it can't be rushed, right? These things cannot be rushed. But also you have that gift, you know, you're transforming during this whole process, and trust in the process and be patient. That can be difficult to do, but it's happening, it's unfolding. We have manifestation. Your dreams have untold energy. Open the door and let them live. Desire and belief are your power. You're really great at that. I feel like you're a master manifester. You are able, especially in your job, like your career or in making money, I feel like you just have a really good ability to manifest in that area of your life. I also feel like with manifestation, as like during your pregnancy, you may just find you're manifesting things very, very quickly. Just very aligned during that time. It could be something to do with like divine timing, or I don't know, your chart, like something going on during that time is just very abundant for you. All right, and lastly, we have integrity. Drop the things that offend your soul. Embrace your truth. It's your life. Let no one live it for you. Drop those things, you guys. Third trimester. Okay, so just so you know, these two came out in the second one. So this is a third trimester. Drop those things that offend your soul. Drop that burden. If you remember the 10 of Wands from like the Rider-Waite deck, it's a figure carrying these 10 of Wands on their back and struggling to like take a step forward, just exhausted, right? That's what it's saying, you guys. Drop. This is your life. Don't, you know, especially when you're pregnant, you can't be carrying those wands. You can't be doing all that. You have to put those down and really prioritize what's going to be best for you, what's going to be best for the baby, and ask for help. You're not alone, okay? You're not alone in this. Reach out, call to your guides. There is support out there for you. Oh my gosh, group 3, so many synchronicities in this reading. I really hope you enjoyed it and it gave you some confirmations or maybe even just some insights. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Don't forget to check down below for the playlist to all of my pregnancy readings. If you want to watch another pick a card reading, I'll also link up above to a pick a card all about pregnancy. Don't miss out on my December reading for pregnancy messages before the holidays. That is coming out soon. So if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do and hit that bell notification. I think that's still a thing. I'm not positive. I think we're all still saying that. But yeah, if you don't want to miss my uploads. That's going to do it for this reading though. And yeah, if you haven't given it a thumbs up, do that too, please. It helps my channel out so much. But that's going to do it for this reading. I hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now.